Hello, my fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Welcome to another mini reading. We're going to take a look at whether or not you have met your life partner, your ideal mate. Is this really the one for you? And if you have not met them, let's take a look at some possibilities here, okay? So let's see how this all goes down for you. General, as always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person, so please do take from it, as always, what makes sense for you. Release the rest, and if you're interested in your own reading, that information is down below in the description box. I will, of course, include a link to the decks and creators that you see here today, and cross-watchers, always welcome. So let's get started here, guys, and see where this is going to go for you. This deck makes me nervous because it could either be a yes or a no or a maybe. It's very matter of fact. So this is my self-created one. It's the Definitive Answers Oracle. It doesn't mess around. Very simple answers, okay? And then we'll go ahead and grab some letters that could be a part of either your person's name, somebody that you're focused on right now, or if you're single, it could be a future love. This is the Spirit Cards deck by 7 Stars, and then we'll grab some potential possibilities of who your ideal mate could be. This is my Enlightened Mystery Oracle Volume 2 deck. So let's get started here, guys, and see if you've first of all met your life partner. Let's start with that. Angels and spirit guides for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Have you met your life partner, your ideal mate? All right, I'm guided to this one. For now, it ain't happening. Okay, so maybe the timing is a little bit off as far as finding that ideal mate, or maybe the person that you are focused on. Maybe there's just something going on there where it's not happening. Okay, so we're going to have to, of course, see how the rest of this reading unfolds to play off of that one. So let's grab some letters that could be a potential part of your person's name here. But if their letters don't pop up, that doesn't mean the messages cannot apply to your situation. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, letters that could be a part of your person, your life partner. We have an H and an M. We have an I. Interesting, you rearrange that and it says him. Let's see what else. We have an A. What else for my fire signs? Letters that could be a part of your person's name or future love. We have a J. We have an N. Let's grab some more. For the collective, we have a G. I think this isn't supposed to be here. That's a number 1. That doesn't belong there. We have a K. We have an F. We have a T. I've got my numbers mixed in with that deck for some reason. Shouldn't be there. We have a Q. And bottom of the deck is an L. Okay, so those are some possibilities here of letters that could be a part of your ideal mate's name. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some descriptions of what they might look like, zodiac signs, and some other info about who your ideal mate is or could be. So we'll grab a few from here. Your ideal partner loves your hugs and kisses, so they could certainly be a very affectionate individual. That's really nice. They could be an Aries, okay? Or this could be you, Aries, represented right here, or you could fall in love with a fellow fire sign Aries. Your ideal mate loves ice cream, okay? So they could have a sweet tooth and they love ice cream. Maybe that's something that you enjoy as well. Your ideal mate will be an only child, so they might not come from a very big family. They don't have any siblings. Your future love is right under your nose. So for some of you guys, maybe this is somebody that you obviously have already met, or they are around you and you don't even realize it. They might work in the same vicinity, live nearby you, or however way that presents itself. This person is closer than you realize. Your future love is just around the corner, right under your nose, around the corner. So they might literally be around the corner. They might live very close to you. So for my singles, this could be somebody that you end up meeting around your neighborhood, or you might be introduced to this person through a mutual friend or even family member. Your ideal mate will be very popular, have many friends, and have a busy social life, but will always make time for you. So even though they're busy with other people, they will always make you a priority. So that's a good thing. Your ideal mate will have green eyes, so that could give you an indication of what they might look like. Your ideal mate will have thick eyebrows and very expressive eyes. So some features popping up here. We'll grab a couple more. Your future partner will have a distinguishable mole or birthmark. Maybe you do as well, okay? And one last card. Your ideal mate will have thick, straight hair. So that gives you an indication of what they might look like, features, and other info right there. All right, guys, so that's what's coming through so far. Let's dig a little bit deeper here as to who represents your life partner. Maybe by this point you already know who it is, but there's something going on here where it's just not happening for now. It doesn't mean that you guys still can't build a future with each other later, but for some reason maybe there's this stagnant energy that's surrounding the connection in the meantime. So that's just something for you to be aware of. Let's grab some additional insight from the Divine Dating Lovers Oracle by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So we'll grab some additional messages here. They might be focused on another, which is why it's not happening right now. So this could either be them or you. There might be a third-party situation going on here for some of you guys, and that's why things are stagnant and not moving. In order for you guys to succeed, you have to work together, hand in hand, okay? And this could also be you guys eventually finding your way towards each other. We have this nurturing energy coming through here. Some of you guys could have already had children together, or you want to have children with your partner someday. But there's also this very nurturing energy attached to this card. Maybe for some of my feminines, this is how you are. You're very nurturing towards your masculine. Maybe they didn't appreciate that if they're focused on somebody else. Maybe that's why things aren't happening in the meantime. There's this light-hearted energy. This is so incredibly interesting because I shuffled this deck like crazy before I moved on to this reading. I just completed the Earth signs reading. If you're a cross watcher, you're focused on an earth sign, you might want to cross watch that one. I ended up pretty much pulling the same cards from this deck. Lighthearted. So maybe they just want to take things lightly, not getting too heavy into the partnership for now, which is why it's not happening. But also part of the reason why it's not happening is because there could be somebody else that they're focused on. So somebody's stressed out here, understandably. Who wouldn't be if there were infidelities and third parties going on here? Okay? So that gives us an indication of why it's not happening right now. They might be very attracted to you. They think you're cute. You think they're cute. But clearly, there's an issue here because they might be focused on another person. Let's grab a couple more. Dating. So maybe you're being directed to continue to find somebody else that might be of interest to you, that you could start dating someone else at this point since they're focused on another. But we do have a celebration here, which could be an indication of what the future has in store for you, either with somebody new, a new life partner, somebody else that, aside from who it is that you're focused on for this reading, this can indicate the Two of Cups for me, which is partnership, a very special connection that you might find with somebody, and ultimately union by way of perhaps marriage, long-term commitment, having a family someday with the right person. Okay, so maybe they're doing you a favor by messing around, by being with somebody else, getting into a third-party situation. If that's what they're doing, let them go. because you are deserving of someone way better suited for you. So let's add to this, my fire signs, with the Divine Love Soul Connections deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So yeah, it's not happening because I feel there's someone else. There's someone better for you. So possibly be open to starting fresh, going in another direction. Your ideal mate, your life partner, is right under your nose. It's closer than you might realize. Okay, what else? Yeah, see, there's somebody that you're meant to have forever with, but it might not be this person. Celebrations, weddings, that's a bride and a groom right there. Melodies of love, there could be particular songs that you hear that remind you of your person. This also came through for my earth signs reading, so I kind of feel some of you guys might be focused on an earth sign here. This came through also, no trust. That's not surprising. If they're focused on somebody else, of course you wouldn't trust them, especially if there was cheating and infidelity going on here. The ideal mate that you do end up connecting with could have been somebody that you met in a past life. And maybe when you do meet this person, there's that instant connection as if you've known each other before. And more than likely, that's because you have. Just be mindful of people who are too friendly, too fast, okay? So you're being cautioned. And then there's this pending card that's coming through. When it comes to you finding your life partner, it's still pending. It hasn't completed. So more than likely, you haven't met them yet, or something needs to phase out. There's a cycle that needs to complete with somebody else in order for them to figure out that ultimately they belong with you. But by the time they figure that out, maybe you would have already moved on to somebody else way better suited for you. Love messages. So you might get a lot of love messages and texts from somebody who does want to invest their time with you. That's the relationship that can go the distance, that can withstand the test of time. Not somebody who is focused on somebody else. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages here for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my fire signs. So, you know, perhaps you haven't met your life partner just yet, but there is somebody that's coming in that can love you for a lifetime. We've got the Knight of Wands. This is your own fire energy. This could even be representing you. The Knight of Wands is known to be very action-oriented and fearless. Maybe you're not afraid of what the future has in store for you. This is a very charming energy, very sexy, very flirtatious. And maybe you tend to do things impulsively, but you're basically a very passionate individual, and you're not going to have any issues finding love in the future. You know, the Knight of Wands is known to be full of passion and adventure and energy and lust. So just be mindful that the connections that you do get into, that it's not just a physical connection, and that it can actually go the distance. So in the meantime, with that Nine of Pentacles, you're just self-sufficient, you're independent, you're enjoying your freedom. Maybe you're just focusing on you right now, focusing on your career, your friendships, your family, people that matter in your life, and not so much focused on somebody that's hurting you because they're focused on somebody else. So Two of Wands makes sense for me because you could be creating different plans for yourself in the future. You are being presented with two different paths here. One path is taking you down a road where you're going to be stressed out because you might be focused on somebody that might be focused on somebody else. The other path is what's going to bring you the happiness that you're looking for. So choose wisely, you know. When it comes to you and this person, there is a stalemate here, understandably so. It's time to cut them out of your life and bring in a new beginning for yourself. So no doubt, if this hasn't ended already with this person, it could end very painfully if you don't face what's happening here, that they are ultimately investing their time with someone else. So take control of the situation here, my fire signs, and empower yourself. Use that sword to cut them out because there's somebody way better suited for you. Okay, so wrapping things up here, guys, let's go ahead and grab a final message from the Lover's Oracle deck. And it's flying off my desk. Hold on one second. Look at that. I couldn't have chosen a better card. It says surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. You see, there's somebody way better suited for you, my fire signs. So let this person go. They don't deserve you. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope whatever advice came through here helps you out. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.